Alright, hey guys, just wanted to review the AC method with you for your first day of B learning. So to do the AC method, you multiply A and C together, you get 12. And then you need things that multiply to 12 that add to negative 8, so they both need to be negative. So we're going to use 6 and 2. 6 and 2, so negative 6x minus 2x. And then you write down the rest of the problem. So this 4 will drop down, and this 3 will drop down. And then what we do is we group the first two, we group the second two, and we pull out what they have in common. So the first two have a 3x in common. You're left with x minus 2. And these two we need to pull out a negative 2, so these signs switch. So pull out a negative 2, you're left with x minus 2. Notice these two are the same, so we factor that third time. You get x minus 2. And then you group these two together right here, 3x minus 2. And that's it, because we just have to factor. The next one we have to solve, so we do basically the same process that we just did, multiply A and C, find common factors, and then the last step was that we set the two parentheses equal to 0. So let's go ahead, multiply A and C, we get negative 14. Factor negative 14, that add to positive 5, so one has to be positive, one has to be negative. It's going to be 5, so 7x plus negative 2x. Those add to 5. Then you can rewrite the rest of the problem down. And now you got to factor out what they have in common. So the first two only have an x in common, so we have to pull out the x, and we're left with 2x plus 7. And the second two, it's a negative and a negative, so we have to pull out a negative 1. And we're left with 2x plus 7 when we pull out the negative 1. So that'll leave me with x minus 1, and then 2x plus 7. And then finally, to solve, you just set them both equal to 0. So x will be equal to 1, because I set this equal to 0, and x equals negative 7 halves. 2x intercepts. Good review. Last one, this is in the last module. So before you do anything, you have to factor out the greatest common factor here. So the greatest common factor is going to be your 5x. So pull out a 5x, and you're left with x squared minus 25. But you have to be careful. Say to yourself, can I factor this anymore? And yes, you can. You can go ahead and this will be 5x. This is actually a difference of squares. Factors of 25 that add to 0 are positive 5 and negative 5. So now that one's completely factored. Okay, I got a couple of delta maths for you to try to make sure your skills are where they need to be. And I'll see you soon. Peace.